Hold on. We don't want the TV. I noticed if I could do this somewhere here, somewhere away from something, it let me click on the fucking colonists as a group, and it never let me do that before. I want all of you guys to wake up. I kind of want to force them to go. I'd like to see if that works, but I just want to give it a hot minute and see if they're like packing to go on their own. Because that wasn't working last time we played with it either. There's like a few things that have just started working in like the last month, and it's been so great. But there's like a couple of things that have instead broken, which is kind of fucking annoying. It's literally just depends week to week what my game wants to be broken versus working. It's great. Also, I realized that I'm supposed to send the rest of my fueled stoves over, which realistically I probably should do because we don't have enough wood here. So what I want them to do, I do want them to not refuel, eject the fuel, and uninstall them. Because that should get them to stop cooking on it. That stopped immediately. There was a few people that were busy cooking on it, but that's fine. I want to take these over because we don't have the wood here for this. And the other place has like, hold on, let's double check that. It has 36,000 in storage. Now, what it doesn't have in storage is still like 7,000 plus. That's only the top corner of the map. There's a lot more wood. It only lets me grab like 9,000 or so. There's a lot of wood at this location, so I think fueled stoves would be ideal, even though I've got like powered stuff. I still don't know how I feel about this because this center dining area, turns out that that's actually supposed to be my cooking, like my cooktop stove area in here. And these two rooms are supposed to be my butchering rooms, and these two are my storages with like better meals and shit away from like the cats and shit. Although I don't think that that's going to stop them from going through it. Hold on a second, Azula's being adorable. I got to squish your face. There we go. You know when like you just gotta like delicately like squish the cat kind of thing? Yeah, that was it. Okay, just send grav ship filled with wood. Now we don't have grav ship. That's not gonna solve the problem better. What we're gonna solve the problem with is like a few thousand fucking, I don't know, carry weight of animals. We've already got like a 4,000 out there. I just don't want to move it forwards because the other group that should be leaving, it should have, wherever the fuck they went. I don't know if this is them down here. Maybe? Caravan moving. Are you all here? Where are the other two? What are they doing? Hold on. You're in a bed, aren't you? Oh no, Kelly's bringing down. I don't know why there's a yak up there. And Skizzle's having some food. Okay, that's fine. They'll be out soon. The center diamond would make a cool grav ship also. Yeah, it probably would. Well, that's the other thing too, is I see people making like grav ships and stuff. Also, Corpsey never fucking woke up. Hold on a second. Corpsey, mate, wake the fuck up and go talk to these people. They've been here for like half a day. You don't need to sleep that long, mate. Yeah, I see some people do some designs and stuff, and I'm like, I don't know how much of it is necessary to make it ship shape for it flying. Like, I assume it has some element to it, or it's more of like a psychological thing for most people to make it kind of shippy shape kind of thing. But yeah, I don't know. I haven't like got that kind of like build sense in me, as you guys may have noticed with certain places on my map. I don't think I'd build it that way. Plus, I don't know if I could fit, honestly, all my colonists inside of the largest grav ship. That would be a problem. I would actually be limited by people. I'd have to, like, abandon people or, like, piss people off. About the introduction of grav ships. The game is funny, though. I don't really see how. Like, I've got such a fucking benign, like, response to it. Like, meh. You know? I'm not gonna get it. So, it's more like, I don't know, it's not even hypothetical sort of stuff. There we go. Wait, did we? No, that's right. We did do trade with this guy. Hold on. We gotta tell them to fuck off. Wait, are you guys needing tribute? No. Okay. Yeah, you can... Sorry about waking you, mate. Just tell them to fuck off. And there you go. Problem solved. And their little caravan animals. Who knows where those were? They were down here in my rice patch by the look of it. There is 0 ship shape requirement. As long as you fit it within the range of the grav engine and any extenders, it will fly. Yeah, I think I'd probably be driven nuts by like the capacity of like shoving everything into a small area. It's not something I'm like hugely fond of doing. Generally, you guys might have noticed. Speaking of like the size of this place, I don't know. I think these two are equally in size out from it, which is fine because I gotta thicken this one. I gotta get its walls thicker than what it is. So, I kind of need to do is we need dots. I know that like my people are doing stuff, which actually, before I get too distracted, hold on. Before I'm too damn distracted, are you guys fucking leaving or what? Where are the animals? Is there one more animal coming down? Oh my god, it's still fucking killing. Is this the same yak? Oh my god, what is wrong with your legs? Oh, you just have asthma. Jesus, okay. She's probably like struggling to walk with this fucking yak. Alright, I got us some slack, but they're gonna get pissed off. One person in this group is like ready to snap. I don't even think it's you. I don't know why Dawsy's still pissed off. Oh, he's sleeping. Okay. What's your needs? He got insulted 7 times. Well, that will do it. He's in serious pain. He's hungry. Slept in the heat. Where are you sleeping, mate? Hold on. Where is Dawsy's sleeping quarters? Should be like up. There he is. What's your temperature in here? It's 24 degrees. Hold on. It's 26 outside, it's 25 inside. Are these running? They're on minus 59. Maybe I need a second air conditioner. Okay. Cooler requires... Oh, that's right, I can't throw one out the back on this location. I really don't want to add more infrastructure if I can, because we're supposed to be pulling this place apart soon, and everybody's supposed to be converging over onto, like, this side of the map until we can move. But, I still need them to be comfortable. Let's crack that down by 20 more. That needs to be just a little bit greener, a little bit colder for them. The best I can do, guys. Deal with that. Otherwise, it's going to be crispy. It's also past summer, I'm pretty sure, in the game. Yes, it's fall. So it's going to start getting colder anyway, so they'll be fine. You don't need to put the whole base on the grav ship. Only if you're specifically playing Nomad Run. You place grav anchor on any map that you want to keep whenever the grav ship launches. You literally have it be just a giant cargo hauler filled with hundreds of shelves of storage, if that's your intentions. See, my argument with that is, don't you have to get the anchor before you can actually like anchor it? Because I didn't think that it came with one as like a starting feature. I thought you had to go and find that. And also I thought that the cost of the chem fuel kind of outweighed kind of the benefit of going to get like the shit ton of resources and stuff. But only because like so far I've seen like all these tutorials pop up on YouTube and shit, and a lot of like streamers playing it say that like the sheer amount of like chem fuel and stuff that they need to have and produce to like get the ship like flying around and crap now, as opposed to like, you know, if I send a caravan, yeah, it's a pain in the ass to get them out the door, only because like I'm trying to get them to move like 50 animals. But like alternatively, the group is just taking some animals off my map, letting me like replant some stuff. It doesn't really cost me too much more than a little bit of food to kind of send them out, you know. Also, yeah, I'm gonna try the get the fuck off the map. Go. You're not gonna take the animals with you, are you? Nope. Okay. let's not do that. Obviously, Kelly took ages to get down here, but apparently they're just going to leave without the animals. Very interesting. I don't think that's how that's meant to go. Unless I'm like missing somebody that can do animals or something. In which case I'll just throw somebody that can do like herding or something into the group. Kelly should still be bringing the thing down. Yeah, she's almost there. Who can work with animals? Oscar, you're kind of on the top half of the map. I want somebody that's down near the bottom. That's good enough. You. Get in the caravan, mate. Okay. We've got at least one person that can do animal stuff. So... let me save that again in case somebody has a tantrum. So, because Kelly hasn't finished bringing it down, Burrow's now in the group. Hopefully, like, she might still fall asleep. Like, a lot of the animals are asleep. But, like, fucking hell. If it's a too many animals situation... I'm just going to have to like force the gunners to leave anyway. Because the other caravan that's outside does have a lot of food and some medical and stuff in it. So I'll give them till dawn because the other caravan isn't going to move off the like world anyway until morning. Let's keep an eye on them. Keep an eye on them for a little bit. As for chem fuel, was it? Oh, with the anchors, build without searching for grav cores. They're expensive as shit. But it's one-time cost per map tile. You're probably only going to have 1 or 2 of them per save. As for chem fuel, it's expensive on a scale of what you'd expect for a small colony. You easily defrost a map and turn all the wood into fuel and have multiple jumps worth stored up. It's mostly the fact that chem fuel work takes so long. Its biofuel refineries are the slowest piece of crap ever. See, the funniest thing with like the biofuel things is like I'm running 4 of them. And as long as I have wood on the map, they will produce chem fuel for me, which is great. Of course, this means that any of my benches that require, you know, wood, they won't work and stuff. But like, I'm also running at a scale of a colony that like somebody's usually available. If I have wood available, somebody's available to work with that wood. It's kind of why I want to take all these animals out if I can. Like, I'm a bit concerned that What's-his-face might be the only dude that can, like, leave with the animals. There's 8 of them. I don't know where these 2 are. Eddie, where are you going? You're resting. Alright, well, I am giving you till morning. If you guys aren't up by then, it's the group that's outside, and I'll fuck around with throwing these guys outside again. Because most of these animals are, like, having a stroke about, like, food stuff. Let's get... We got more panthers. Well, it's nice to see so many more panthers. Well, that's basically what I'm getting at. The scale of the colony you have right now, Grafship would be trivial cost to operate. That's fair. I mean, if we're talking about this location where I have an extreme abundance of wood, if I could get any of these inside before they fully deteriorate, I'll have a fuck ton of wood even if I don't get to cut down the rest of the trees for a long time. I'll just have a fuck ton of wood stored. But, like, a location like this, until I start bringing in more and more people and more animals and stuff, it should be fine. Now, I do have a little problem. My hospital is my prison. So, this is now the prison. Now we have somewhere to store the prisoners. I also don't know anybody in this group. I don't want you to unload. They're all going to try to bring in the animals. The animals can wait. Yes. Take them to a thing. I just want to grab a couple of people that might be able to take them without sending somebody else down because they're really far down the map. I didn't realize I was bringing 3 prisoners to this location, but that's okay. Yeah. We've got the beds. We should have the beds. Hold on. We've got... Yeah, we got 4. Okay. These 4 shouldn't be medical. There we go. Now we have a prison. This is supposed to be a prison, and it's also supposed to be a hospital for the prison. These areas here are supposed to be the hospital. I'm just using it temporarily because it's been the most useful so far. I can still convert any one of these singular rooms. This is also why I rush the rooms, is that if I have a room and it's not allocated to somebody, which by the look of it, there's 2, 3, 4. Holy shit, I have a lot of people already allocated to rooms here. I may need to build more beds soon. Room looks like a squid. Oh, it's I had like so many different designs that I fucked around with this map, and I wasn't really sure what kind of like motif thing I wanted to roll with on this one, because I've done diamonds for like the previous 2, and I did fractals with the first one, and I liked my fractals, but I wasn't certain I could provide enough bedding for the amount of people that I've got doing that, and I didn't want squares across the map. And I'm like, I liked my circle prison, and I wouldn't mind a crescent moon in here somewhere. And I'm like, I could make a sun. I'm like, fuck it, we're gonna have like a sun-ish prison type thing. It's kind of like a star, or like, I kind of look at it like there's a weapon in, I think it's Dynasty Warriors. Yeah, anyway, I think it's like the red group have this kind of like weapon sort of thing, I think. And yeah, it reminds me of that kind of thing. But yeah, it's a bit of a mess sort of thing. I don't know how I feel about it, but as far as a prison goes, it's only got 1 entry and they've got to come out down this way. So it should kind of like force them out like that. There's a social fight going on. You guys really don't need to be doing that, but that's okay. We got most of the animals in here. And it's going to get set free everywhere. I'm not sure what they're all carrying. All right, where are my prisoners? There's one. Hold on. I'm seeing 1. Where's the rest? Where's my prisoners, people? Are you carrying somebody? Yes. You're carrying somebody. Are you carrying anybody? I'm looking for somebody. There's one. Cypress is carrying one. Okay, and Seahorse should be coming down for you. There she is. Okay, all 3 are being accounted for. Great. I've had it before where I've not been paying attention. They've just left. I'm like, damn, I'll come back to that. Like, I'll have to like load back, and sometimes I just don't get them. So yeah, these are our 3 prisoners. And like I said, I had a slight miscount last time I played. So I have 290 colonists plus 3 prisoners. So we have 293. I counted 294 before. It's 293. And we definitely don't have 802 animals anymore, but we should still have like a reasonable amount of pack animals. We're going to try to rebalance, have more pack animals. That way we can do more like hauling and crap. Squid alien spaceship room also looks like a crystal ball on one of those like fancy holders. Yeah. I don't know. I just, when I actually like properly deck it out as a prison, because like, I gotta remember what the fuck the layout was for that too, because like I made that months ago and I don't really remember what I did or what I'm gonna do with it, but I don't know. I'll figure it out. It's kind of like with the kitchen where it took me a while and I put down these and I like these, but I'm gonna have to move them out of here because realistically my stoves need to be in the center. Because this is supposed to be one huge kitchen room. And I've got like the butchering station and stuff down here. So I was going to have like meat storage, like, you know, standalone like meat storage area. And then like cooked meals and shit and like vegetable stuff on either end. So the animals can bring the vegetable shit in. And my panthers and cats should be able to get to the meat and crap. Or like dead animals and vegetables or something like that. I'll sort it out. Chicken's having a tantrum because he ate raw food. He'll be right. Other things you can do rather than traveling direct. Choose a random map tile. Play rainforest or another map with loads of wood. Then make people traveling on the grav ship quickly turn that entire map into fuel. Continue to final destination, so even if the map you launch from doesn't have much fuel, you literally jump a tiny distance to get somewhere that does. Solves the problem instantly. Depends on the world that you're playing on though. Like, I generally play on a pretty temperate world kind of thing. I imagine if you like jumped to a desert or a mountainous area, if they were the only ones you had in your range, you'd be dead in the water with that kind of thing. Like, you wouldn't be able to jump any further, which would suck. I don't know what you're doing in here, Seal. You look hurt. I also don't have hospitals up and running now, so I guess it's time we fucking build a hospital in here. I also want a smaller buildings out of choice. Now, were we doing... Yeah, I think we're doing marble. I don't have marble. What? It should be marble when it goes down. This will be a hospital, a proper hospital for my people. I've got to make like 3 of these at least to kind of accommodate them. I should have just done the full lines on the other side of this. I don't know why I did the 2s, but it's fine. But yeah, eventually we'll have all the facilities and shit. Honestly, I'll have more stuff just kind of here before it packed up the other place. I'm really like slow about packing down the other place because I'm like trying to get shit. I'm trying to send shit. I don't really need to be. Alright, there we go. And we're gonna want a door because my people gonna get their asses stuck in here. I don't know if I was going with only 1 door on each side. I was trying to prevent my people from walking through with stuff, but I know them. I know that they're not going to do it. I'm going to just do the 4 again. We're going to have the same kind of issue, but if I put the hauling spots, like not where they've got a passage through it, they shouldn't theoretically passage through it. I also do want to have like a proper, what do you call it? I want to have a proper, like sectioned off like pen area too at some point. So I can kind of keep my animals in different zones and kind of grow in different zones and shit. Realistically, I should have them like on a half map at the moment, which is like just down this like center line kept over here where they all kind of are, or alternatively kept on this side while I'm growing shit, because they would have plenty enough like, I don't know, foraging shit. They'd be right. Why do I have... Oh, fucking hell. These are not for you guys. I wish I could just like massively say that this is not for you guys. These, I don't mind that there's thrombos and shit in here. We've got cats and panthers. Okay, and we've got crook. That's fine. These... I'd love to just be able to... Yeah, no, a duck's not getting it. I don't know which ones have got these, but I have a lot of cats. So let's start with like cat 1. That one's fine. I just want to get like the fucking farm animals out of here. Mind you, once they're not able to get into this area, they should stop. Actually, yeah, they should. Hold on. I should be able to kick them out later. I hate seeing like all the random ass barn animal things like in amongst my storage. It pains me to see them using the cat beds. They're for the cats. Yes, but all you need is a small amount of fuel to choose from quite a large number of tiles. And a minimum fuel amount is 50 chem fuel. You can select a lot of tiles. As you get more fuel, the range increases, which adds exponentially more tiles. You'd have to be on a particularly awful location to get screwed with the grav launch. And then you can just wait until the next raid and then turn the raiders into... Oh, that's terrible. So cat beds are comfy. Yeah, some of them should be pretty plush. I think they're mostly made with sheep wool. I used to have like nice like thrombo ones and stuff, you know. Like thrombo fur beds and shit. But we don't have that much extra thrombo fur these days. Go home from work. I'm seeing you around. Great time. Yeah, I'll catch you later, Abra. I'll be here until 2, which is 2 more hours. So I had to check then because my brain's seeing it like on like 11:59 p.m. and I'm like, it's about to click over to 12 and my brain's registering it as almost 1 and I'm like, wait a minute, that's not right. Yeah, my people should end up pulling all my animals in. And like I said, I kind of want them... I should have enough slate spare for this. Until we build this up, I think what I could do is I could do the innermost wall or the outermost wall. That one ain't lined up to that. Hold on. I want it on... hold on. We'll putting it on the outermost edge. Alright, hold on. What's going on with this line up here? Is this off by 1? Hold on. That is a whole off by 1 business right there. Alright, hold on. I probably don't loosely have space to move that whole thing. I definitely don't have space, but I can probably pull this one in a hot minute. That should be fine. Alright. So this is off. Let me get rid of some of it. What I want is I want it to come down. Get rid of that. And I'll have to fix up where all this is later. I want you to come down to here as well. I'll fix up the corner ones, but this should be about right. I think. Yeah. What was that? Deep drill exhausted. You know what? It's also morning too, so I'll have to check on them. Let's see. That's the edge there, and it's off by 1. Yeah. That's where it's fucking supposed to be. Fuck knows how I got that wrong. This is what I was talking about with the build and like the rebuilding. What's happened is I haven't lined this back up after I've deleted something. And what's happened is it's not lined it up properly. Like that's not supposed to be touching. But that's how that's supposed to be there. Which means that where I put this fence here is wrong. I will go check on that. I don't think no, I did pause. It was deep drill. Hold on. Is the caravan gone yet? No. Are they looking to leave? Caravan, where's your people? Okay, they're all up here. They could be eating to leave. Forming caravan moving. That looks like what's going on. It looks like everybody's awake and they could be going. Give them a little bit more time. I know they keep finding resources, but I kind of almost need to like get them to stop with this. I have a shit ton of resources here. Let me save that. I always make animal beds, even though they're basically pointless. I just feel bad. I like having designated spots that like do purposely allow the animals to be in an area kind of thing. Like I said, with the cats, the panthers, the thrumbos and stuff like that. Like the way I kind of look at it is like, obviously like I've got favoritism towards cats, but the panthers and the thrumbos do spend much of their day hauling around my base and do actively fight to protect my base. So when it comes to like sleeping and stuff like that, I do kind of think that they should be comfortable. You know, I also see that this measurement might be off. Maybe, hold on. I gotta do some fucking measuring. But yeah, I kind of think that they sort of deserve the bed, you know. We got that to a 5. It's on a 6. How far off is this? Hold up. From the edge of the thing, it's a 12. All right, hold up. From the edge of this, that's a 12. Maybe I put the solar down wrong. That's what that's looking like to me. The solar's down wrong. Although, yeah, no. If I hold on, I shouldn't have done that. Let me get rid of this before it accidentally takes the whole thing. The only thing I don't like about these fucking things connecting is they sometimes wipe the whole fucking thing. You two should be forwards by 1, I think. Hold on. My brain just like completely stopped then.